Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oregon Ducks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Bruins will put total leather and we'll get started. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The give from the gun. Slams into the pile. He'll get one to the 17. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
He might want another play. Gonna run it. It's Hill. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
They'll move the wide receiver. Here's the handoff. Can't get him to the ground.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Trying to seal the edge on the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Makes the grab. It's Davison. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
Motion from the wide receiver. More to the air. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
There might not be a hotter player right now in college football than this guy right here. He had 2 picks in their last game. He already has an interception in the first drive of this one. Quarterbacks, they're going to figure it out eventually. Stop throwing his way.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running back searching for a hole. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Trying to do it on the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He'll be out of bounds at the 23 after gambling and bringing it out of the end zone. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Touch pass on the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
From the gun, the ground game. Nice move there. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
And the Ducks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Tough, hard-nosed running. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It'll be 4th and 1. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Going for the marker on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
They'll try the run. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Motion from the back. Quick pass on the jet motion. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, UCLA. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Here he comes. This is a gamble. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Sends it back in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. There he goes. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force-feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll run it to the right side. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. They get to the line quickly.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. They're facing a 3rd down. Quarterback may change this route. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They've got a first down here to open the period. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
To the ground with the back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. He put some heat on that one down the middle.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Moore will throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lockett.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Quarterback will keep it. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Ducks want to move quickly. the red zone, looking for a receiver. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Just going to keep it after the snap. Made a defender miss. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
And the Ducks have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon! You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Oh, Methuselah.
He'll bring it out. It's Marshall. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Give to the back. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Offense lining up quickly. You think about the long list of great UCLA running backs. You know what people forget? Jackie Robinson was a UCLA running back.
And Jackie also started safety for UCLA. He started both ways. Just think about how good of an athlete you have to be to do that. But the tradition, the uniforms, the Rose Bowl, everything about UCLA just smells good.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Fires to the tight end. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. The Bruins will hustle to the line. Caught in the backfield, it's off. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And the Bruins will punt it away on fourth down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Might be changing the route. Let's send the tight end in motion. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wide out, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Moore to the air. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. The screen, he can go! And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you could tell he was trying to fit in there, trying to make a play. Obviously, 3rd and long, you've got to get it past the sticks, but you also got to make sure I'm dialed in and my feet are in order, and then my eyes get tied together with my hands. He was just a little bit off on that throw.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to throw, it's Van Buren. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Oh, they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Marshall. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Bruins are in the hurry-up. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Got his man. Turning it on. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
He's got his man, makes the grab. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Trying to slam in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring that.
So you know the defense is going to be king in 2, right?
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Bruins.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Lockett. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Scanning the field, it's Van Buren. Looking left. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Bruins are marching down the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it from the gun. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. give to the running back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, UCLA.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. Back to pass, it's Van Buren. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed.
Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. Touchdown, UCLA! And the beatdown has ensued. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Creates a little space, and he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. Looking down the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Grabs it inside the 15. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Moore to the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Touchdown Ducks! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Wants to go up top. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
That keeps the score. UCLA.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
Set to kick off.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Defense looks as if it's coming. The give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Back to throw, it's Van Buren. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle, it's Shaw. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football.
Oh, he's got some space.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Off play action. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Final play of the quarter coming. They'll go to the ground. Oh, better look out. Off to the races to the right. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Bruins! And the stomping has commenced. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up, or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small space.
There he goes. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
The play action fake. Under fire. Finds a man in the middle. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Off play action on first down. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. He wants to change this route. Now they'll run it on the toss. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon! After that, there might, and it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Ducks have it with a first and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. Motion from the wideout. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Trying to barrel in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
A fourth-quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Touchdown, Ducks! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. They'll move the wide receiver. Go straight ahead. This time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the two-point conversion but was denied. The deficit is huge, this one is all, but over the they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Here's a heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. Guys, and the field goal wasn't good, but hey, 19, it's a pretty good lead.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. All wideouts, no backs. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving.
Snags it at the 30 and still running. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
The
Ducks racing to the line in a hurry-up. Moore will throw. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He gets it in there for the 2, and now they've chopped that lead down to 11.
And it's more common to throw for the two-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice two-point conversion.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Running behind that left side. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Ducks! How about that D making the play and lighting up the board and swinging some momentum in their favor?
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Quarterback keeps it. He's going to be stopped short as they come up empty on the two-point try. They were hoping to get this game to within a field goal, but the lead stays at 5. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onsides every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Palmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. Two ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.